Jupiter has moved up here into Cancer, where it's trining Neptune and Saturn. So here's the businessmen, the guys in the dark blue suits, you know, the malefic Saturn. He's going to stuff his pockets with money and, you know, make harsh judgments. Here's Neptune, priest, artists, doctors. Here's the oil companies and the pharmaceuticals, and here's Monsanto. And here's Jupiter, lawyers and professors and wise people, and they're all getting along. Oh yeah, we know what we're doing here. Those pesticides are okay. Give me a break. All this agreement that's going on in Congress, here's the conservatives and here's the liberals. They're agreeing on Neptune. These guys are starting to decide, okay, we're not stopping global warming. Let's just start building dams around the cities, and they're preparing to defend against global warming effects, not fix it. Anyway, this grand trine, things are sliding along kind of easy, and you got to watch them behind the scenes. Yep, because they're going to give more money to the Neptune people. Too bad. And some of these ticked off. Here's an opposition to Pluto. Happens down the line a little bit. And Pluto squaring Uranus. And might as well show you what's going on here while I'm at it. Here's July. And when Mercury stops, it's stopping at 13 degrees 21 minutes of Cancer. Uranus stops at 12 degrees 31 minutes of Aries. Aries to Cancer is a square. Mercury stops here. A few days early, Uranus stopped. Boy, we're going to have trouble getting letters and communications and stuff through. Now, this is a big deal. This doesn't happen very often, you know. Saturn up here, I don't know, cold. Bad judgments, all helping Neptune do things. Maybe this is the protest. This is one thing, it's the students, I'll bet you. They're out to screw the students. More on that later. Too bad. All right, here's blow-by-blow commentary for the next 10 days. If you're sitting here on the Friday show on June 27th, well, that's right in here. Here's Thursday. Wednesday night, Thursday morning, you're getting the news. Oh, we gave all the money to the doctors and the pharmaceutical guys and the oil companies and the movie stars and the gay people. They won all the bets. Oh boy. Celebrate. Monsanto is king. Well, you'll feel a little hurt late Thursday night if you're watching the show. The moon's going by Chiron. Wounded healers. That's who we are. On Friday, June 28th, the moon's still in Pisces. It starts in the morning after breakfast with a square to Mars. Everybody's impatient and angry and pissed off and, you know, can't seem to get what we want done. And then we talk it out, and here before dinner, here's a nice trine to Mercury. And communication brings us through. In fact, late Friday night, it's actually 3-4 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning, June 29th, there's a nice angle to Venus. What? Yeah, there could be some sweets. Could get loving and sexy here. But it's actually about, well, it's early in the morning, Saturday morning, 5, 6 a.m. You'll get different hits of this all day, late Friday night and through Saturday. But here's the kicker, see? The moon goes into Aries about 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. And, you know, that's when you get the Venus feeling. Oh, yeah, some sweets around. Let's be with somebody we love. And then here is the 2 degree, the full moon, and the square to Jupiter. Everybody starts laughing. It gets lunatic-like. It totally disturbs the peace. And that's happening, you know, breakfast time here. It's early. So Saturday morning, you got to get up really early if you're looking for sugar and expect disruptions soon afterwards. You got about 2-hour window here is all. And then you hit the square of the full moon and Jupiter. The moon's in Aries. There's a lot of energy around, but you won't get anything done. There's a square to the sun Saturday afternoon. And here After dinner, well, it's really Saturday night, isn't it? Uranus is at 12 right here. It's 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning. But the square to the sun is up here around dinner time. Problems. The square to Pluto at 10 degrees is still into late Saturday night, a little panicky, huh? And then finally disruptions and feelings of aloneness that come up early Sunday morning. You could have a frazzled Saturday night, you know. The less you try to do, the better. And don't argue with policemen. Sunday morning, if you stayed out of trouble, the moon's still in Aries, you still don't feel like doing too much until you get to the afternoon. And then here, after lunch, there's a trine to Mars, or a sextile. It's a sextile to Mars. You can go out and cut the lawn, get some physical stuff done, clean up, take the garbage out. What did the philosopher say? Cut wood, haul water. Oh, what's enlightenment all about, Master? Oh, it's wonderful. What happened to you afterwards? No, I just cut wood and haul water. A little happier doing it now. Anyway, troubles with Mercury, Sunday night at dinner time. What did you say? Just the less you talk, the better Sunday night with that Mercury square, because Mercury isn't real happy right now. Monday morning, the moon is still in Aries, and you're going to feel still a little frazzled until the middle of the day when the moon moves into Taurus and makes a sextile to Jupiter, and we start laughing more, and we see the wisdom of it all, and it wasn't that important, and there's a little humor around. It's around lunchtime, middle of the day, Jupiter comes on board. It's a good thing, too, because here late Monday night, there's the opposition to Saturn. And there's a square to Venus. There's no pleasure, no fun, no sweets. We ran out of time. We ran out of money. Monday night, there's music. There's a sextile to Neptune, but, that doesn't help the physical stuff much. Tuesday, moon's in Taurus, July 2nd. You feel powerful. You're investigating. Good. Make a plan. Tuesday's really good for plans, and you can communicate them. Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning, here's sextile to Mercury. Yes, so not bad. Tuesday, Wednesday, start things. Thursday, July 4th. I guess I should do the solar return on the U.S. Here's a square to Neptune. We got trouble with bad smells and priest, artists, doctors, and all the privileged people, and they're all being phonies, and we can feel it and smell the bad fish Thursday morning. Relax a little bit. Around the middle of the day, there's a sextile to Venus. There's some sweets. Brotherhood comes on board, and good higher mental sciences and ethics Thursday night late, about 10, 11 o'clock. Study astrology. Friday, the moon's in Gemini, did I tell you? Thursday. That's why it feels so different. Friday, the moon's still in Gemini on July 5th. And, you're in the Mars zone. You're going to feel it as you go through Friday. More and more energy, more testosterone. It really hits early Saturday morning. Must be crazy football days, or, here's the feeling the burn from the fireworks on the 4th of July. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's Friday night, Saturday morning, and they're all dressed in red. Saturday, in the afternoon, the moon shifts into Cancer. Feels much better. Conjuncts Jupiter. There's real laughing, good stuff. Feels solid. We got it all in. Here's the giveaway point, too. Give all the money to the church. Yes, you don't need a flood prevention program. No. What did Ben Franklin say? If you survive a shipwreck, rather than build a church, build a lighthouse. But, lighthouses aren't going very good. You'll see Sunday, moon still in Cancer, July 7th, and it hits that square, that opposition to Pluto, a little panicky, and the square to Uranus, interruptions. And this is a tough day. This is a tough day on Sunday, July 7th. Moon in Cancer. On Monday, it's all about Mercury. It's about the kids and stuff on July 8th. More about that next week. Come back then. All right, I'm going to do a short addition to the Sky Mirror Astrology app. Brief review. We spent some time setting the stage. That's the houses. And we learned the first, beginning of the 1st and the 4th and the 7th and the 10th are the power places. Okay, next you put the actors on the stage. They're the planets. That's where all the fun is. You know, when you see a movie or you go to a play, getting to know the characters. You know, go to the Greeks and the Romans. They knew who they were. And now we're working on the plot. Those are the angles between the actors. It's their relationship. Who's getting along? Who's the obstacle? Who's the friend? Who's the enemy? Huh? Okay, we're going to study first the 4 major aspects. The bad guys, squares, 90 degrees, oppositions, 180 degrees. They're in red on your app. Okay, here's the good guys, the trine and the sextile. We have those in blue on the Sky Mirror and on the app. All right, here's our app, Sky Mirror Astrology. And here's the way it looks right now. Now, the most important place for you is right over here. This is the rising sign. This is you. This is the body. And what you don't want is a planet opposing you. Like, who's this over here? Uranus opposing you. The batteries died out. There's a short. And down here's a square. See, you can see it's a square. And Pluto squares Uranus, and Uranus opposes the rising sign. If you went out on this time period, 1:30 in my location, eek, nothing but trouble. So now, we're going to get into this opposition thing a little more carefully. When you go to the next thing, here you've got the exact degrees of these planets, and here's Uranus at 12 Aries, 08. Yeah. The ascendant, probably the most important thing around, is here at 11 Libra 33. So the ascendant now is approaching. It's at 11 degrees, see? It likes Mars, which is at 11, but when it gets to 12, there's going to be some trouble, okay? Good damn, running out of time again. This is where I was yesterday. Okay, what we're considering here is approaching the opposition, which is exact at 180 degrees, or when it's gone past the opposition and it's separating from the opposition. Now, oppositions are like fighting. If you went out now, you'd have a fight with the guy in the wheelchair. And as the opposition, you know, you think about every time you've had a fight in your life, right? At first, they're just irritability. You know, you're at 4 degrees, and when it's 3 degrees off, opposing the rising sign, you might say a bad word. At 2 degrees, you might even push somebody a little bit. At 1 degree, look out. You know, the fight could start, and things could get totally out of hand. And then the planet goes by that place of opposition, and it's separating. It's now at 13 degrees, see? And you know, the fighting tends to calm down, and then it goes to 14 degrees, and there's some pushing, and then it goes to 13, there's some yelling, and then it goes to, you know, 18 or 20 degrees on the rising sign, and the whole thing is separated to where it's just stink eye now. Got the idea? Separating and approaching, especially important in these oppositions. Around here, we wait like 5 degrees on either side if something's opposing before we go out. By the way, the man's improving this all the time. Every week there's something new. Give me a call, will you? I like calls.